my lovely bookish friends. So I'm back in Grassmere, if you recognise it. Allen Bank, the house where Beatrix Potter and Wordsworth and Coleridge wrote, is behind me. It's really exciting to be back. I grew up not far away from here, and for many family reasons I'm having to spend a little bit more time in the Lake District, but it's a joy. It's a joy. It's hard to be away from my bookshop, I will say that, but it's my joy to get to spend time with my family, and that's a real privilege, and to get to be in beautiful places like this. So I'm trying to focus a bit on my writing and explore Grassmere today. I've got a satchel full of writing materials, and I'm going to try and do a bit of handwriting, a bit of, tech-free, apart from bringing you guys along, tech-free kind of just expressing with pen and paper. So I thought I'd bring you along for the journey, and I hope that you're all well, and let's go and do some writing in Grassmere. Okay, I'm outside Emma's Dell, it's called. I couldn't record inside because it was a bit too noisy, but I had a gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free pancake that was absolutely delicious, and just did some journaling. I actually couldn't even write yet. It felt like I needed to clear the pipes almost, if that makes sense, get everything that's been jumbling around in my brain. And I highly recommend this practice if you are wanting to know what's kind of underneath the surface. Take a pen, take a paper, and go to a little cafe somewhere. Be alone, fully alone, but away from your home, so you've got that space, and just write. You literally put pen to paper and you don't think about it. You could write anything, you could write nothing, you could write rubbish. Write, I don't know what to write 20 times, that's okay. And I also love the practice of doing that with prayer as well. Just writing, Dear Jesus, I'm confused right now, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know what I'm doing, and just with everything that's been going on in my life recently, there's been a lot. There's been some really beautiful, really good things, and there's been some challenging things as well, so I'm just working through that, and this is one of the ways I do that. So if pancakes and being in nature help you, try journaling as well. I really hope that you find some peace in that practice. And now, obviously, we've got to go and look at a lake and a tiny bookshop. I mean, what else would we do? I wanted to show you a product that has changed my life. I don't know if you know, but the winters here are unbelievably cold, and working in a bookshop, you often get paper cuts or kind of arthritic hands because it's so cold. You can be freezing. Obviously, I've got jumpers, but sometimes when you're working with paper, your hands are moving a lot and they just get very cold working all day. If you are a gamer, if you're a baker, you'll understand this pain. If you're typing a lot, you'll understand. This is something that has solved that for me. This is Bob and Brad, which is a hand massager. They are physical therapists, and they have sent me the hand massager, which is this beautiful futuristic looking thing. It heats up in 5 seconds. I'll show you how I use it. So after a day like today, when I've been stacking the shelves, I've been typing emails, we just did our Christmas newsletter, I will turn it on. And you can literally change the heat settings here. I always have it on maximum because for me, that's just, I want it to be as hot as possible. You can see I just literally put it in like a glove. There's 3 different modes, from low intensity to full intensity. This one is more of a relaxing one that I love, but you change it just by pressing that button. So this is the next grade up. It's gonna start. It runs on heats up within 5 seconds, runs on a little cycle. Ooh, that one's nice. It's amazing. It's incredible. I can't believe that it actually helps reduce pain this much. It's also got different levels there as well. It charges up so quickly. You've also got the more intense mode and then back to the blue one. It's a perfect 10-minute, you can do 5 minutes on each hand, 10-minute relaxation at the end of the day. Perfect to help arthritis and just a real pain relief, and something to really help for that. We also have a discount code for 10% off, which we're going to pop in the description as well. So if this is the kind of thing that you know will really help you, will really help somebody else, please do like actually share it. That's that hand. I'm addicted, you guys. I feel like when I'm just, if I can read a book one-handed, which I can, if I've got a paper book, I can read one-handed and have this on the other hand, then this is something that is just fantastic. It's genuinely such a lifesaver after a cold day. And we've got another few months of winter, so I feel like I'm going to be using this every single day. And check it out. This is the Bob and Brad hand massager. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this video. I'm addicted to the feeling. I'm now doing it on the other hand, just to say you can also slip on a little glove that they provide and put moisturizer on if you want to make sure that your hands are super moisturized during the winter, and that stops like getting paper cuts and dry skin as well. And just for like a super spa. I don't know if you can hear how quiet that is as well, but it's just got these things inside and a little charging port there that are rubbing my hands, which is really lovely. Now I need a foot one, I reckon. I'm outside a little dog shop called Rose and Ralph, and someone commented a few weeks ago on one of my videos saying I own a little dog shop in Grassmere, so I thought I'd pop in, and then I got really nervous, but I went in anyway to try and say hello. But she wasn't in today, but I could see all of her books behind the counter were very Bookshop by the Sea coded, so I was like, I bet that's her. So I just met her mum and she's going to pass on a hello from me. So Danny, if you're watching, hello, I tried to visit. One of my favourite things about independent bookshops is getting to see other people's choices. This poetry book is called My Darling from the Lions by Rachel Long, and it's gorgeous. Obviously Grassmere has a rich history of poets. You've got Wordsworth, all of the romantics, Coleridge, they wrote here in Grassmere. I love Dorothy Wordsworth's writing as well, which is just beautiful. If you haven't read it, it's really evocative, very poetic. She wasn't allowed to publish at the time, so it's just her diaries, but there's something of the flavour of living here that she manages to capture just beautifully. This book is wonderful and has little poems throughout it called Open, which all kind of run through the theme of the book. And I thought I'd read you, they're just a couple of lines, I thought I'd read you one. Open. This afternoon he told me I dozed with my mouth open, my arm over my eyes. I say what, like hiding? He says no, like before a surprise. Number 2, open. Tonight he told me I fell asleep in the chair, with my head back, my arms tight at my sides. I say what? Like bracing for impact? He says no, like working something out with the sky. It's lovely. There's a whole section called Wigs, and another section called Open, and another section called Dolls. Really worth reading if you like poetry. I also wanted to show you the book that I think I might not be able to leave the shop without buying. This is When the Moon Hatched. This is a romantasy, dragon-based fantasy book, but this is the special edition. And look at this artwork. Oh my goodness, the sprayed edge. Even the spine, even the back of it with the dragon artwork. It's got maps. I have this book already, but there's something about this collector's edition. I mean, it just gets you, and it's got quite a nice size font, which I really like. So I feel like I might want to read this one instead. And I do own a bookshop, so technically I can always sell my other one and then read this one and keep this one, potentially. Is that terrible? I want to know, what is the book in the comments that you would buy multiple copies of? I feel like I have every Jane Austen multiple times over. I have the pretty little hardbacks, I have the paperbacks I read, I have like the thumbed through ones I'll shove in a bag and take on a walk with me. I feel like, yeah, I have any kind of Austen. I also love these little collector's editions, and they have like gold sprayed edges, and all of them are just really beautiful, really exquisite little books. I feel like I have quite a few of these because I can't resist them, and they always seem to just go so well in a pocket that I'm like, oh, I could just take that with me and read it. So definitely this one. And I also feel like at the moment I'm finding it really hard to resist any non-fiction that's about growth or growing or gardens or being out in nature, especially when it's to do with women engaging with nature, which I feel we've got a renaissance coming of nature writing, which is really beautiful, but it's this kind of memoir. It's more people's experience of, rather than the technical side of nature or the scientific side that I think we've maybe seen before. Like, I'm looking behind you and there's a load of books on growing and on gardening, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you're experiencing it and what that means. Uprooted, I read Uprooting, which is a different book, sounds the same. Both of those, When Women Grow, that was also quite nice. Anything by Sharon Blackie again. So yeah, I think maybe being a bit more, obviously in Wales, and then now being in the Lake District, being more in nature and realising, especially as it's in winter, how essential that is to mental health and physical health, and even if you're bundled up, I feel like maybe that's making me want to read more about it. We'll see, maybe even write about it, maybe, potentially. I'm still enjoying writing my romance, but I feel like the more I have to edit my own work and kind of work on that, the more I want like a fun project to write that's something maybe completely different or steers my mind in a different direction. But yeah, for now, let's go purchase this one.